Despite the hate he receives these days, Eminem remains one of the most influential rappers of all time, with artists like Logic, Mac Miller, Tyler the Creator, J. Cole, and Drake citing him as an influence. Although it's trendy to hate on Eminem now, he still has a massive fan base. But things have been a bit different since about Encore. We will start there, which is when you could say Eminem's music has been starting to decline, and then we will be discussing his most recent albums once we get there. So released in 2004, Encore received mixed reviews. While it had great storytelling and production, it lacked the quality of his earlier work. This was partly due to leaks and a rush to finish the album, as Eminem was struggling with addiction and burnout. After taking a hiatus, he returned in 2009 with Relapse, which marked a major shift in his music style. Relapse introduced a dark serial killer theme. With moody production from Dr. Dre, this album's disturbing content and Eminem's altered voice were polarizing, with some praising the bold artistic choice and others just finding it off-putting. This period of turmoil set the stage for his next major project, Recovery. Released in 2010, Recovery represented a significant shift in Eminem's music and mindset. Moving from the dark themes of Relapse, Recovery was more hopeful and focused on personal growth, with tracks like Not Afraid and Love the Way You Lie. While some praised the album for its positive message, others felt it was a commercial move rather than a true reflection of his roots. Following Recovery, Eminem released the Marshall Mathers LP 2 in 2013. This sequel revisited themes from the original Marshall Mathers LP, but with a more mature perspective. Fans appreciated the callbacks to the original album and the blend of old school vibes with modern production, though some did criticize it for relying too much on past successes. In 2017, Revival was released and is often considered Eminem's most hated album. With poor production and preachy lyrics, many saw Revival as a huge step down from the Marshall Mathers LP 2. Tracks like Walk on Water and Untouchable were particularly disliked, and Eminem was mocked for the album's overly commercial features and perceived attempts at political correctness. In response to the criticism of Revival, Eminem then released Kamikaze in 2018. This album was seen as a direct rebuttal to his critics, with a more aggressive tone and lyrical intensity. Many fans and critics viewed it as a return to form, with standout tracks like The Ringer and Not Alike receiving lots of praise from fans. Most recently, Eminem released Music to Be Murdered By in 2020, followed by a deluxe edition, Music to Be Murdered By Side B. This album continued the darker introspective themes of Kamikaze, exploring personal struggles and societal issues with intense and often violent imagery. The surprise release strategically generated immediate buzz, and tracks like Darkness were praised for their concept and music video addressing mental health and the Las Vegas shooting. However, the album's consistency compared to Eminem's best work was still debated among fans. There are many who praise Music to Be Murdered By and Kamikaze. We all know there is a majority of the audience who thinks everything new Eminem puts out is complete trash, even without giving it a chance, finding out the true meaning or concept behind a song, and they just seem to like to trash him any chance they get. There is just something about the sound of Eminem's new music that they just really don't like, and no doubt Eminem's style is a lot different nowadays. But the same people who say he should go back to his old style are the same people who are saying he's trying to be too much like his older self and he should try to adapt to today's sound in hip-hop music. There's just a lot of people who join in on hating on Eminem, and they might not even know anything about him. They just think it's cool to hate on him, and there's this whole idea that nobody relates to his music, which I think is just a complete false narrative created by people who are obviously very jealous of what he has accomplished in the music industry. There are also other YouTubers who are making videos saying he should stop making music just for attention. Being the best-selling rapper of all time, of course you're going to have people criticize you no matter what you do, and you're going to have people hating on you, but it's interesting to see how his music has changed over the years, just how he's talked about nowadays. I feel like it's come to a point where he's just disrespected and kind of underrated, which I didn't think we'd ever get to a point where you could say Eminem is underrated. It's going to be interesting to hear what direction Eminem goes in his new album, The Death of Slim Shady. I think we kind of got a hint of it with his single Houdini. If you want to hear me talk more about Eminem and other topics like that, make sure to hit the subscribe button, comment down below, let me know what you think, and if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to drop a like. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you in the next video.